Domestic football on WAGO. The Muhlenberg Mules putting a hurting early on Central Catholic. 11:56 remaining second quarter. 19-0. At Muhlenberg touchdown drive, 7 plays, 55 yards, and it only took them a minute 37 to get the job done. Muhlenberg set to kick it off. And it's a high end over end. It's going to be fielded by the up back Rivera, who crosses the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Actually, that was Chris Twyman on the return. And Central Catholic will take it over 1st and 10.
It appeared that the Cardinals had the Mules stopped on the prior drive with a 3rd and 15 situation. However, Mel Fagley busted a big draw play off right tackle to really hurt the Cardinals badly and enable the Mules to keep the drive alive and punch it in again for another quick score for the Muhlenberg offense.
1st and 10 for the Cardinals. Bowman gives up to Ordway. Maybe 2 yards straight ahead. Not a lot of running room tonight for Matt Ordway. And it'll be 2nd down and 8.
Not a surprise, Rob. Alan Murray is the dirtiest player on the field right now.
Not a lot of clean uniforms early.
Just a tremendous linebacker, and Al actually prefers to play defense, although he's just an outstanding running back also.
Backs again in the eye. Ordway fights his way maybe for 2 more. Key of the game obviously was to slow down or try to stop Ordway, and Muhlenberg certainly has done that. 7 carries now for 14 yards. Tremendous job by this Muhlenberg defense.
Jeremy Young and Matt Levengood among a host of Muhlenberg defenders in on that tackle. Gang tackling on every player for the Mules so far. No running room for Matt Ordway in the first half.
3rd and 7. Bowman gives across to Ordway, who fights his way across the 40. Actually a pretty good run to the 41. He'll be about 3 yards short of the 1st down. And it's really decision time for Central Catholic. They have not been able to move the football, and they're going to go for it. 4th down at 3 yards to go. Yeah, at this point of the game, it's a good call. I think you've got nothing to lose. Actually, no, Muhlenberg's going to drop back into their punt return formation, and Muhlenberg will be punting. They've got 3 backs lined up, and the deep back is the punter. So Central, it's snapped to the up back Ordway, and he's not going to make it. Muhlenberg smelled that one. Snap to the up back Ordway. He tried to run the right side, sort of the play they used to run, the Eagles used to run with Frank LeMaster. And Muhlenberg was ready for it.
Very little similarity, Rob. Kevin Courtney, the senior linebacker for the Mules, just read that play from its inception, was right there to make the tackle on the up back for the Cardinals. And no surprise, the Mules are in Central Catholic territory once again.
Bollinger and Mulholland wide to the right, backs in the eye. Siders is rolling to his right. He's being rushed. Fires the football deep downfield, looking for Mulholland, incomplete. That time the ball was a little underthrown, and Mulholland stopped. His defender went by him, and then Mulholland tried to make the grab. Still, although it was a little underthrown, not a bad throw by Siders, as he was on the run when he threw that football.
That play reminds me of what Cedar Crest tried to do against Reading last week, rolling the quarterback to the wide side of the field, looking deep down the field. Kirk Siders likes to throw on the run.
Siders only 1 for 5 tonight, 24 yards in the TD. Fagley off the right tackle, and he could be going 25, 20, 15, 10. And dives down at about the 4-yard line. Another big run for Mel Fagley.
Just a huge first half for Mel Fagley rushing the ball. Another huge hole, running off right tackle. Straight handoff, power sweep play for the Mules. Mel Fagley breaks into the secondary once again. One man to beat, couldn't quite do it. However, the Mules have a 1st and goal on the 4-yard line with 8:50 left in the first half.
Muhlenberg just marching up and down the field, having no problem. Siders takes the snap, gives off to Murray, right side. picks up a couple short of the end zone. Actually, Chris, I don't know if he picked up any. I don't think he did.
Excellent play by the Cardinals on defense, stopping the Muhlenberg run on a 1st and goal from the 4. Actually a loss of 1 on the play. Now it's 2nd and goal on the 5.
Fegley picking up where he left off last week. 9 carries for 96 yards for Mel Fegley.
And we have another official's timeout. Could be an equipment problem for Al Murray. Checking his helmet out, putting it back on, and we'll get set for more action.
Well, you can give a play-by-play on an equipment problem like nobody.
Appreciate that, Rob.
We knew the player. There we go, 2nd and goal. Siders gives to Murray, dives near the goal line, no official signal, and he's going to be short near the goal line. That time, though, positive yardage to about the 1.
We've seen nothing fancy from the Mules when they are in a goal line situation on offense, contrary to the Reading High Red Knights, who like to throw to their wideouts in the corners of the end zones with quarterback Jay Diana. Coach John Yoakum really sees no need for that right now since they're running the ball so well with Alan Murray and Mel Fegley in the backfield.
3rd down, ball spotted at the 2-yard line. Siders gives to Murray again, and he is not going to get it. He is short. And it'll bring a 4th and goal from about the 1. I'm surprised Mel Fegley's not getting the carries here.
Mel is the more elusive of the Muhlenberg running backs. Likes to go around end and off tackle. Al Murray is a middle type of guy running the ball.
So there we go, 4th down and goal. Let's see if Central Catholic can stop him. Backs in the eye, Mulholland wide to the right. Siders this time gives off to Fegley, and he finds his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Muhlenberg.
Mel Fegley just twisted and churned and found his way somehow into the end zone once again. Initially hit at the line of scrimmage, kept the feet moving like all excellent running backs do, and we have another touchdown for the Muhlenberg Mules. And we're looking at an
M&M'er.
It is a mismatch right now. Certainly no way to sugarcoat it.
6:40 remaining, 25-0 Muhlenberg. They're set for the extra point. The kick is up and the kick is good. So Muhlenberg strikes again. They lead Central Catholic 26-0. 6:40 remaining in the half. We'll be back in just a moment. Actually, we're going to keep it here, 26-0. Muhlenberg holding on to Central Catholic. That drive, Chris, 6 plays, 37 yards, 306. So we have 5 plays, 53 yards in 2 minutes and 3 seconds. 4 plays, 51 yards, minute 51 seconds. 7 plays, 55 yards, minute 37 seconds. 6 plays, 37 yards, 3 minutes and 6 seconds. And that's 3 minutes because they couldn't punch it in from within the 5-yard line.
The numbers say it all. Statistics are not misleading whatsoever in tonight's ball game here on Senior Night at Muhlenberg High School.
The seniors certainly giving their all tonight. Just a tremendous performance. Low wobbly kick. Twyman picks up at the 15-yard line, cuts it up to the 20, and is taken down at the 25-yard line. So Central Catholic back on the field, trying to get something going on offense, and it's been a real rough go.
The Mules do end their season on the road with 2 away games at Daniel Boone next Friday night and at Kutztown on Friday the 13th in the Senior Bowl at Kutztown High School.
Clock ticking. A little over 6 minutes remaining. Now, you're from Muhlenberg, Chris. You tell me how much time is left on that clock.
6:24.
Whew. Is that a 2? I guess you're right. Timeout on the field. Referee's trying to get everyone straightened out. Just, fortunately for Central, they just haven't been able to iron out the various problems. Pitch right and going absolutely nowhere is Max Hussar.
And again, we see 5 Muhlenberg defenders in on the tackle, just swarming defense like we mentioned in the pregame show. Really all over the field. And they all maintain their area of responsibilities well, to say the least.
Well, Chris, I hate to be the bearer of wrong names, but we have no idea actually who number 28 is. So I looked at his Max Uzar is on the sideline because he stands all 5 feet tall, and he looks like he doesn't want any part of this game. Taken down quickly for a yard loss is Matt Ordway. And now you tell me, is that still in the 527, 526 ticking? Is that it too?
That is correct, sir.
It's actually showing up as an 8, and they have a 9. Well, no, now it's 547. So if there is a flaw in Muhlenberg's game, is their scoreboard does not have great time. They have 3 wide receivers now, and running a quick quarterback draw is Keith Bowman. Pick up maybe 4 or 5, but that's it, and it'll bring up 4th down, and Central Catholic will be forced to punt again. And once again, Chris, we're going to see this Muhlenberg offense.
Certainly a pleasure to watch for us for the first time this season. We haven't even seen Kirk Siders at his best with no need to throw the ball. And I really doubt we will see that tonight.
Becker and Crick back deep to receive this kick from Chris Twyman. Good snap. Twyman's kick is high. Fielded at the 40 by Crick. 41 trying to run left side. And there's a clip on the play up to about the 45-yard line. Not a real smart clip that time is number 62, Tim Hartman.
Returning letterman for the Mules. I'm sure Coach John Yoakum will have something to say to him when he returns to the sideline. Matt Becker could have blocked the Cardinal defender, it appeared, with Jeff Crick following him up the left sideline. However, we have the clip, and the Mules will start with their worst field position of the first half.
It just lets Kirk Siders drive the team over 70 yards instead of these 50, 60-yard drives.
Referee Jerry Gerhardt has had his hands full in the first half with a bunch of dirty laundry on the field, to quote one Keith Jackson.
You can tell it's a blowout early. 26-0, Muhlenberg leading. And the Mules set to take over the ball again. 4 possessions, 4 drives, 4 touchdowns. And they've made it look easy. Backs in the eye. Kirk Siders at quarterback. Takes the snap. And we have flags on the play. He was going to hand off to Fegley off the left side. This was a procedure called Muhlenberg. So if there is something that Coach John Yoakum will not be happy about, is Muhlenberg is picking up their share of penalties. In fact, that's their 5th of the game for 40 yards. And we got to get this guy, our statistician Mike Brownian, to come out here for more football games, because he's all over the place.
I think he needs to reconsider that decision of an MBA and get into statistician school instead.
Do they have a school for that?
Oh, sure, they have schools for everything these days.
That's true. 1st and 15. Siders gives off to Fegley, and he's hit behind the line. Central Catholic, a good defensive line surge and a 3-yard loss for Muhlenberg.
Best surge of the night for the Central Catholic defense. Alan Murray was going nowhere. Actually, a loss of 3 on 1st down for the Mules to set up a 2nd and 18 with 3:08 left in the first half.
Muhlenberg mostly has been lining up in the eye with their backfield. Again, it's Murray and Fegley. 2nd and 18. Siders back to throw. He's being rushed. He's firing out and incomplete, looking for Al Murray coming out of the backfield. And it'll bring up 3rd and 18. They hate to talk about moral victories, and coaches especially hate them, but let's face it, this would be a moral victory for Central Catholic if they can get a stop with 2:45 remaining in the half.
It would be something to build on. Again, the Cardinals are fairly inexperienced as a team, also under a first-year head coach, Pat Nugent. playing much better the last 4 weeks with 4 consecutive wins, 3 of them shutouts. However, none of them coming against the quality of the Muhlenberg High team that we're seeing tonight.
I don't think there's any team in the county the quality of Muhlenberg High. Ed Siders gives on an end around, this time to Mulholland. He's got running room down the left sideline, 45-50, he is gone! Chad Mulholland down the left side of the field for a touchdown. And, well, so much for moral victories, Chris. Touchdown, Muhlenberg.
Wow. Another play that we haven't seen from the Mules. The prior play, they had 4 receivers out in the pattern. This time they ran a fake off the counter to Al Murray, bringing Chad Mulholland around from his flanker position. Just no containment for the Central Catholic Cardinals, and Chad Mulholland just streaked down the left sideline for another touchdown, Muhlenberg. And it looks like they're on their way to beating the 49-0 score against Central last year.
Snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So Muhlenberg strikes once again. Now they lead Central Catholic 33-0. We'll be back with more in this first half in just a moment.
When you think of computers, do you think of Micro-Age Computer Centers, the area's oldest established computer store? This is Dave Pettis, retail manager of Micro-Age Computer Centers at 546 Penn Avenue in West Reading. Our experienced staff and certified technicians will serve your every computer need, whether it be hardware, software, support, training, networking, or repair for home or business. You'll discover that our knowledge and experience is worth the difference. Micro-Age Computer Centers in West Reading.
Welcome back to Muhlenberg High School, where it's all Muhlenberg against Central Catholic Scholastic Football on WAGL. Muhlenberg leads Central 33-0. That drive, Chris, was 3 plays, 72 yards, a minute 49, and we have. Was that an onside kick? Well, whatever it was, I was looking at the stat sheet. Muhlenberg has the football.
I really don't think it's an onside kick. Coach John Yoakum would not do that to Central Catholic. It appears that Ken Kime was trying to hit a line drive and just caught the top of the football instead of the middle, and that's exactly what we saw with Cedar Crest against Reading High last week on a kickoff, catching the blocker retreating to set up in formation, and the Muhlenberg Mules are right there to recover. And yet again, yes, they are inside Central territory.
Siders gives off to Al Murray. He's got running room down the field. 30, 20, 15. He's in for the touchdown. Well, their drives are getting shorter.
Oh, Nelly. We have a real mismatch tonight, Rob.
And this is a team that had shut out their last 3 opponents, and they're having trouble stopping them on single plays right now. 39-0, and Muhlenberg just, you had to worry. They had to worry a little bit about a letdown. They played Conrad Weiser. They played Wyatt Missing. They had to come back and play this game against Central. A Central team that was fired up certainly to play this football game. Extra point is good, but this one is beyond getting out of hand, Chris. We're out of hand. We're on foot now. 40-0.
I'm basically speechless right now.
Oh, you're just proud. You're an alum. That play, one play, 47 yards, 25 seconds. So they keep outdoing themselves. The last drive was 3 plays, 72 yards. So actually, I'm just running this down, Chris. They've run 26 plays, and they lead 40-0.
Not too shabby at all.
2:04 remaining in the second quarter.
I think Ken Kime's going to have to ice his leg down after the first half, Rob.
I think even Jay Diana and company would have a tough time coming back from this halftime deficit. High end over end. Fielded by Twyman at the 15, the 20. Tries to cut it upfield, 25, and he's taken down at about the 29-yard line. So with a minute 57 remaining, Central Catholic will attempt to try to move this football on this stingy Muhlenberg defense.
Looking across the way at the Muhlenberg stands, we see a sign that says, "Good luck, seniors."
Didn't need it.
Certainly not.
Didn't need it. There's an official's timeout on the field. And now it's real difficult, I think, for a new coach, Pat Nugent, because basically his players are two-way players. They're playing offense and defense, and things aren't going real well either side of the ball. You know, they just need something to go right for them to get started. 22, is that rushing? Or is that total? 22 carries for 291 yards rushing for Muhlenberg. Bowman attempts a pass on the left side. It's incomplete.
Kirk Siders almost with the interception, and he had much running room down the right sideline if he came up with the ball.
Intended receiver on the play was Jason Linderman. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. And I am not going to say how much time's left. That is a 9. Now, we must tell Joe that is a 9. Minute 34 remaining. 2nd and 10. Ah, yeah. Bowman, he's going to try to run right side, and he's taken down after about a yard gain at the 31.
Bowman appeared to have a hole upfield. However, Jeff Strunk, the sophomore defensive guard for the Mules, drug him down from behind to set up a 3rd and 8 situation for Central Catholic with 1:40.
No, that's 1:08.
Oh, almost had it.
That 0 is the only number, I think, in the middle.
Yeah, it looked like a 4 when it was 1:11, and then it went to 1:09.
The way this game is going, I sort of feel in the twilight zone. Bowman is back to throw. He's trying to set up a screen and overthrows his intended receiver, Chris Hunsinger. And Hunsinger actually had some running room. So it'll bring up 4th down and 8, and Central Catholic, Chris Twyman will be back to punt. Returning again will be Jeff Crick and Matt Becker. They've been busy on the returns. We haven't seen a punt return for a touchdown yet.
I'm sure we will before the night's over. Rob, I feel a little bit like Al, Frank, and Dan right now on that Monday night crew when they have a blowout.
We've still got another half to go. The snap to Twyman. He gets the kick off. Good high kick. Fielded by Becker at the 37, and his knee touched the ground as he was trying to field the football. So 42 seconds left. Muhlenberg will, I think, try to just run this clock out.
Plenty of time to score again.
I think they're going to try to maybe dives up the middle with Al Murray and tell him to dive.
Clock is running. Mules have 2 plays at most.
And the Mules slowly moving to the line. Not in any hurry right now. They're well in control in this first half. Siders takes the snap, pitches wide right to Fegley. Let's see if he gets outside. He does. 50, 45. Actually, ends up at about the 47-yard line. And the clock is stopped for the time being as the markers are being moved. First down, as Fegley picked up a good chunk of yardage. And the clock winding now, 14 seconds left, and that might be the last play of the half, we hope. 9 seconds, and Muhlenberg does not seem to be making any approach to the ball. So that will be the end of the first half. Not exactly the way Coach Pat Nugent of Central Catholic drew it up on the chalkboard, and a very demoralized Central Catholic team right now. Very upbeat, but I think surprised Muhlenberg team. I think they were expecting more of a battle tonight. It's all been Muhlenberg. Halftime, Muhlenberg Mules lead 40-0 over Central Catholic. We'll be back with our McDonald's halftime show in just a moment.
Yo, Eagles fans, watch Sunday's game as the Eagles try to rope up the Cowboys for the second time. Because if the Eagles win, you get McDonald's Quarter Pounder with Cheese Sandwich for only $1 when you buy a medium or larger Coke Classic. And if the Eagles lose, you still win with McDonald's Double Cheeseburger for just $1 with the purchase of a medium or larger Coke Classic. But hey, you know who's going to win this showdown. Yo, Eagles fans, what you want is what you get at McDonald's today. Plus tax, prices may vary for a limited time only at participating McDonald's.
You know, some places say you've got to hurry in, act now to get a deal. Hey, at McDonald's, you get a deal whenever you want it. Just order by number. Ask for a number 1, 2, 3, or 4 and get your favorite extra value meal at big savings. Number 1 for a Big Mac, 2 for 2 original cheeseburgers, 3's the quarter pounder with cheese, and 4's the McChicken sandwich, each with large fries and a medium drink. What you want is what you get at McDonald's today. Come to think of it, with that kind of deal, why wouldn't you want to, well, hurry into a participating McDonald's? Act now.
I need some tender loving care to get me here and there. Someone to take me down to town. Someone who knows about me. Someone who aims to please. Someone who'll always be around. I found that tender loving care. Now I go everywhere, and I'm as happy as can be. Call TLC today.
Call TLC at 678-4445. TLC Ambulance for the finest care and wheelchair service to and from home and the doctor's office or the hospital. Call 678-4445. For tender loving care, call TLC Ambulance. 678-4445. For tender loving care, your family deserves TLC Ambulance. Call them today at 678-4445. For residential and commercial remodeling and construction, call Redding Contracting first. A member of the Home Builders Association, call Redding Contracting for new home construction, basements, interiors, exteriors, decks, and so much more. Redding Contracting goes one step beyond the local building codes to assure you the highest quality. For integrity, quality, and cost-efficient residential and commercial construction and remodeling, call the best first. Redding Contracting at 2851 Center Avenue. Call 929-2533.
When it comes to growing radio stations, more Berks Countyans have made the switch to WAGO than any other radio station. WAGO features quality music with the best hits of the 50s, 60s, and 70s presented by professional DJs. And when it comes to sports, nobody does it better. WEEU claims to be the sports leader, but look at the facts. It's WAGO, not WEEU, who carries the World Series, the Super Bowl, NASCAR Winston Cup, and Busch Grand National Racing, the Indy 500, Monday and Sunday Night Football. It seems that WEEU thinks that broadcasting bicycle races, skiing, and softball games makes them the sports leader. Words are cheap. Deeds are not. The real sports you want to hear most are on WAGO. Great sports, the best music, and true radio personalities are what make WAGO the fastest growing radio station in Redding and all of Berks County. It's pretty simple, folks. We broadcast what you want to hear. Thanks for listening.
Agway Energy Products in Temple is featuring a fall introductory special. Sign up as a new credit-approved customer and receive their total worry-free service package for just $29.95, including propane tank with up to 100 pounds of propane, installation to your existing system, up to 10 feet of copper tubing, gas check, and a complete inspection of your system. Agway Propane on the 5th Street Highway in Temple is committed to providing you with superior customer service. Call today at 929-4729, 929-4729.
Welcome back to Muhlenberg High School halftime scholastic football on WAGO. The Muhlenberg Mules certainly putting a hurting on the Central Catholic Cardinals in what was hyped possibly as a possible Berks IC title game tonight. The only titles are going obviously to Muhlenberg, all around dominating Central Catholic. They lead 40-0 at the half. And the only time they've been stopped on a drive in this half, Chris, was when they got the ball back with 50 seconds left and they sat on it. Just a thorough thrashing that has just been they've just been so impressive.
Utterly impressive are the words, Rob, if there is any, to describe the performance we've seen in the first half. What we need to do right now is plug this offensive line for Muhlenberg that's been blowing Central off the line. Let's start with Matt Pizzo, the senior center, 6'2", 225, one returning letterman. Mike Bolig, the senior offensive tackle, 6 feet 210, another returning letterman. Tony Leone, the junior offensive guard, 5'11", 195. Yes, he is a returning letterman. Scott Yeto, the senior offensive tackle, 6 foot 195. You guessed it, returning letterman. and Brian Schaefer, the senior offensive guard, 6'2", 225, the final returning David Letterman.
Absolutely an impressive day for the running backs, especially Mel Fegley. He is really shown me a lot. I've heard mostly about Al Murray and then Mel Fegley coming up with the big week last week, and in fact overtaking Murray for the team lead in rushing yardage last week. And he just really is quick.
Certainly is. Like we mentioned before, Mel runs with his head up, which enables him to see his blockers and where the holes are. And once he does, he just turns on the jets and flies. And we haven't seen a central defender come close to catching him yet when he's in the open.
If you're a coach, Pat Nugent, right now you're glad you're not Pat Nugent right now. They've come such a long way from the beginning of the year, and it seems like everything's crumbling at their feet. Right now you're just trying to keep your head above water and have some positive things happen. What can you do to make positive things happen in this type of a game?
Well, Pat Nugent knew coming into tonight's game that his team really had their work cut out for him, because it's obvious now that everyone knows Muhlenberg is the best team in the Berks IC, and they've been for 2 years running. What to do for Pat Nugent and the Central Catholic Cardinals in the second half? Well, first of all, they need to pick up some first downs and try to sustain a drive. They have to have Matt Ordway run the ball effectively, and that just hasn't been the case in the first half. He's had no running room whatsoever. Muhlenberg defenders gang tackling on every play of 5 and 6 every time, and Matt Ordway has seen nothing but blue and gold in his face all night. How to do that? Try to run the pitches like we saw once in the first quarter. It went for 3 yards, not a bad gain against Muhlenberg, and we need to see some more of that from Central Catholic. Try to get him outside, because running up the middle has been ineffective and will be in the second half. That's what they need to do, Rob.
To make things more difficult for Central Catholic, both sides of the ball are the same players. They're two-way players, and they're just not able to sustain anything on either side of the ball. It's Muhlenberg 40-0 at halftime, and our halftime on Scholastic Football is sponsored by McDonald's. McDonald's is a proud supporter of our high school athletes. At McDonald's, we'd like to congratulate all the students today for the hard work and dedication to their schools, their teams, and themselves. Join us at McDonald's after the game and help celebrate your victories or help forget the defeats. And now at McDonald's, after this weekend's Eagles-Cowboys game, if the Eagles beat the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday, get a QP quarter pounder with cheese for only $1 with the purchase of a medium or large Coke Classic. If the Eagles lose, not gonna happen. You're still a winner, as a double cheeseburger is just $1 with the purchase of a medium or large Coke Classic. From McDonald's to the students of Muhlenberg and Central Catholic, good luck in all your future athletic and scholastic endeavors. What you want is what you get at McDonald's today. Halftime, it's Muhlenberg 40, Central Catholic nothing. We'll be back with more in just a moment.
Yo, Eagles fans, watch Sunday's game as the Eagles try to rope up the Cowboys for the second time. Because if the Eagles win, you get McDonald's quarter pounder with cheese sandwich for only $1 when you buy a medium or larger Coke Classic. And if the Eagles lose, you still win with McDonald's double cheeseburger for just $1 with the purchase of a medium or larger Coke Classic. But hey, you know who's going to win this showdown. Yo, Eagles fans, what you want is what you get at McDonald's today. Plus tax, prices may vary for a limited time only at participating McDonald's.
You know, some places say you've got to hurry in, act now to get a deal. Hey, at McDonald's, you get a deal whenever you want it. Just order by number. Ask for a number 1, 2, 3, or 4 and get your favorite extra value meal at big savings. Number 1 for a Big Mac, 2 for 2 original cheeseburgers, 3's the quarter pounder with cheese, and 4's the McChicken sandwich, each with large fries and a medium drink. What you want is what you get at McDonald's today. Come to think of it, with that kind of deal, why wouldn't you want to, well, hurry into a participating McDonald's? Act now.
I need some tender loving care to get me here and there. Someone to take me down to town. Someone who knows my needs. Someone who aims to please. Someone who'll always be around.
TLC at 678-4445. TLC Ambulance. For the finest care and wheelchair service to and from home and the doctor's office or the hospital. Call 678-4445. For tender loving care, call TLC Ambulance. 678-4445. For tender loving care, your family deserves TLC Ambulance. Call them today at 678-4445. For residential and commercial remodeling and construction, call Redding Contracting first. A member of the Home Builders Association, call Redding Contracting for new home construction, basements, interiors, exteriors, decks, and so much more. Redding Contracting goes one step beyond the local building codes to assure you the highest quality. For integrity, quality, and cost-efficient residential and commercial construction and remodeling, call the best first. Redding Contracting at 2851 Center Avenue. Call 929-2533.
Wago weather for Redding and Berks County. Tonight, cloudy with a chance of rain overnight, low of 40. Tomorrow and Sunday, mostly sunny and damp with a chance of more rain. Continued cool highs will be around 50 degrees. Overnight lows 38. Monday, clearing but still chilly, high of 50. Fair Tuesday and a bit warmer. Right now, 48 degrees in downtown Redding. Let's go back to more high school scholastic football. Friday Night Live with Rob Galtier and company on WAGO.
Thanks a lot, Don. Back here at Muhlenberg High School where it's 40-0. Muhlenberg leading Central Catholic. Rob Galtier now with Mike Brannigan. And now, Mike, I'm calling on you to shed some light on this.
Rob, there's not much to say. The numbers pretty much reflect what you've seen on the scoreboard, the 40-0 route by Muhlenberg. Some of the individual statistics, Matt Ordway, struggling today, has 10 carries for 17 yards. As their leading rusher, he has to improve on that in the second half. The leading rusher for Central Catholic is the quarterback, Bowman, who's got 5 carries for 32 yards, but most of those came on one 26-yard run from scrimmage. For Muhlenberg, where do you start? Alan Murray, sensational first half, 10 carries, 113 yards. Mel Fagley, 12 carries, 115 yards. And then Chad Mulholland, the Barry Sanders of this game, 1 carry for 79 yards. Is this a Marshall Faulk type run, Rob, or am I seeing something here? Not much to speak about in the passing game. For Central, 1 completion on 5 attempts. The starting quarterback, Keith Bowman, is 1 for 4 for 6 yards. That 1 completion coming to Jason Lindemann. Lindemann is responsible for the other pass, and he has not had a pass touch the ground yet. His pass was picked off by a Muhlenberg defender. For Muhlenberg, Kirk Siders is definitely struggling. He is only 1 for 6, but his 1 completion was a 24-yard strike to Chad Mulholland, and that resulted in the first score of the game. A little recap of the scoring plays we have so far. The first touchdown was a 24-yard pass, as I said moments ago, from Siders to Mulholland. That was with 8:09 remaining in the first quarter. That drive took a total of 2 minutes and 13 seconds. The second touchdown came on a 25-yard TD run by Murray. That was also with 4:38 remaining in the first quarter, and that drive took a whopping 1 minute and 51 seconds. In the second quarter, the first of 4 touchdowns was a Fagley 2-yard TD run with 11:56. He then came back with another 2-yard TD run with 6 minutes and 40 seconds left to go, capping off a 3-minute drive. Then, as we mentioned again earlier, Chad Mulholland with a nifty 79-yard run, capping a 72-yard drive that was set back by penalties. And the last score was a Murray 47-yard run from scrimmage. So as you can see, Rob, many big plays contributing to Muhlenberg's big first half lead.
This is really not quite the game we expected. We thought Muhlenberg was the better team heading into the game. I kind of expected Central Catholic to be fired up, and they're coming off 3 consecutive shutouts. 40 points is an awfully big number to give up in that first half.
And as you said, the defense had 3 consecutive shutouts, but that was ended early and ended in a hurry by just an onslaught. Muhlenberg, very talented, many weapons, as we said. 3 guys touching the ball for a combined total of 307 yards from scrimmage. They're averaging over 100 yards each, and that's only on 23 carries. On the other hand, their offense has not been able to move the ball. They've only had 1 first down in the first half, 58 yards total offense, They're going to have to control the ball, keep the ball out of Siders and the running back's hands, and they have to score early. Stop them on the first possession, score early with some kind of control offense. You got to keep the ball out of Muhlenberg's hands. They're too strong, too diversified of an offense.
So if you're Pat Nugent, the good news is you've held Kurt Siders to 1 for 6 throwing. The bad news is the backs have 307 yards on you in the first half, and you're down 40 yards.
And the bad news is you have to come back out and play the second half.
It's mischief night tonight at Muhlenberg. It's mischief night everywhere, and certainly I think Coach Pat Nugent thinks someone's playing a prank on his team right now. 40-0 at the half. Muhlenberg coming out. This is not good. This is an inspired Muhlenberg team coming out on the field to start the second half, and Central Catholic also coming out into the field. We'll be back with second half action in just a moment.
More Berks Countyans have made the switch to WAGO than any other radio station. WAGO features quality music with the best hits of the 50s, 60s, and 70s presented by professional DJs. And when it comes to sports, nobody does it better. WEEU claims to be the sports leader, but look at the facts. It's WAGO, not WEEU, who carries the World Series, the Super Bowl, NASCAR Winston Cup, and Busch Grand National Racing, the Indy 500, Monday and Sunday Night Football. It seems that WEEU thinks that broadcasting bicycle races, skiing, and softball games makes them the sports leader. Words are cheap. Deeds are not. The real sports you want to hear most are on WAGO. Great sports, the best music, and true radio personalities are what make WAGO the fastest growing radio station in Reading and all of Berks County. It's pretty simple, folks. We broadcast what you want to hear. Thanks for listening.
Watch Sunday's game as the Eagles try to rope up the Cowboys for the second time. Because if the Eagles win, you get McDonald's Quarter Pounder with Cheese Sandwich for only $1 when you buy a medium or larger Coke Classic. And if the Eagles lose, you still win with McDonald's Double Cheeseburger for just $1 with the purchase of a medium or larger Coke Classic. But hey, you know who's going to win this showdown. Yo, Eagles fans, what you want is what you get at McDonald's today. Plus tax, prices may vary for a limited time only at participating McDonald's.
You know, some places say you've got to hurry in, act now to get a deal. Hey, at McDonald's, you get a deal whenever you want it. Just order by number. Ask for a number 1, 2, 3, or 4 and get your favorite extra value meal at big savings. Number 1 for a Big Mac, 2 for 2 original cheeseburgers, 3's the Quarter Pounder with cheese, and 4's the McChicken sandwich, each with large fries and a medium drink. What you want is what you get at McDonald's today. Come to think of it, with that kind of deal, why wouldn't you want to, well, hurry into a participating McDonald's? Act now.
Getting set for the second half kickoff at Muhlenberg High School. Central Catholic will kick the ball away to Muhlenberg. At this point in the game, 40-0. Muhlenberg ahead of Central Catholic. Do you expect to see a lot of the reserves now from Muhlenberg?
I would hope to see a lot of the reserves. I'd like to see Central Catholic get off to a good defensive stand here, perhaps maybe force a turnover, at least get a score, at least build up some confidence for the rest of the season and to avoid a major blowout at this point.
Central Catholic's not real deep. They don't suit a lot of players to begin with, and a lot of players they do suit. Since Central is such a small school, really are not big enough yet to be in any kind of a factor in this type of a football game. So Chris Twyman getting set to kick it off, and here we go. High end over end kick fielded by Matt Becker at the 20-yard line. He's going to try to run to the right side, cuts it back, and is taken down at about the 23-yard line.
Not much of a wall building in front of him that time. He was completely surrounded by 5 Central defenders, and they made the easy tackle in the open field.
So Muhlenberg taking over 1st and 10. Let's see, we still have Kirk Siders in the game. You almost have to feel bad. This is a guy who's come out and has tremendous ability throwing the football, and he's not going to really get to throw the football much today. They're already gotten to throw it 6 times, and they've already got the 40-0 lead. He's basically going to be handing it off. He's back to throw. Rolls to his right, fires downfield, and it's intercepted.
Just as we talked about moments ago, Rob, the Central defense comes out, gets that turnover. Maybe if they can get a quick score here, we could see a little bit of a different second half here. But Siders was throwing into double coverage, forced it a little bit, and number 12, Ellis Rivera, come out with a key defensive play, and he gets a turnover right around midfield.
we said earlier, Rivera, the fine point guard for the Central Catholic Cardinal basketball team. They're looking to have another fine year this year. But right now, they're concentrating on other things right now. They have it 1st and 10. Matt Ordway, the lone back. He takes the handoff and fights his way across the middle for about 5 yards.
Nice run by Ordway. Took it right up over the center, forced it downfield. Looked like he fumbled at the end of the play, but he was ruled down.
Pickup is about 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6 yards to go. For the first time in the game, Central Catholic in Muhlenberg territory. Ball spotted at the Muhlenberg 44. Let's see if Central can move this football and possibly get some points out of it. Ordway off the left side this time. Maybe 2 or 3 more.
They're only keeping one back in the backfield, Rob, and their offense is becoming very predictable. That's part of the reason Ordway's not been successful. They have not attempted to really do anything other than run Ordway off the tackles.
3rd down and 5 yards. And Central again with the same alignment. Bowman, he's going to run it himself this time. He has the 1st down, breaks the tackle off right side, and comes across the 35 to about the 34-yard line. 1st down, Keith Bowman.
A good little fake up the middle, and he took it right off the right side, very quick to exploit the hole and get the 2nd 1st down of the game for Central.
So, Central trying to build on the little things right now, and they're putting together a little bit of a drive. They're at the Muhlenberg 35-yard line following the interception as Ellis Rivera picked off Kirk Siders. Handoff is to Ordway, and he has a big hole up the middle to about the 26-yard line of Muhlenberg, and Central seems to have their feet together now.
There seems to be a little more consistency. They get a little more explosion off the line, and Ordway's been able to bust through the holes. What I'd like to see him do is they've been lining up Christopher Hunsinger, a fairly big fullback back there, right behind the center. Perhaps they'd like to dump it into him instead of running Ordway all the time for a quick sneak up the middle.
This time Ordway off the left side, and he's not going to get it on 2nd down and 2. In fact, I think he lost a yard, and that'll bring up 3rd and a long 2 for the Central Catholic. Kind of expect to see Keith Bowman on one of those keepers again. He's had some success running the football for the Cardinals.
He has been the most successful runner so far in the game. He's got great quickness, and he might be able to exploit it and get to the outside.
3rd down, handoff is to Ordway, straight up the middle, and I think it's going to be a little short.
It's going to be a little short. At this point, obviously deep in the territory, you're going to go for it. They need to get a good explosion off the line and keep this drive going.
4th down and less than a yard. Let's see what Coach Pat Nugent can come up with. This would be a real morale boost right now for Central Catholic if they could pick up a 1st down with 8:30.